On the other hand, there is a huge advantage on technique of Alexander Usyk, and he showed that in the cruiserweight division.
Wladimir Klitschko has fired threats at Tyson Fury ahead of his rematch with fellow Ukrainian Alexander Usyk. And if Klitschko's words are to be true, things aren't looking any good for Tyson Fury as the fight date gets closer.
How great he was,
yeah,
and as well in the heavyweight.
yes.
And he really showed that size for him doesn't matter if you have right.
Former world heavyweight champion and legend of the sport Klitschko has sparred with Usyk, and he has also faced Fury. "I know what it's like to stand with both of these fighters," said Klitschko, who is hoping that Usyk, a fellow Ukrainian, can overcome Fury. Usyk is a cruiserweight fighter coming to heavyweight, and he hasn't even come close to losing. He is outstanding. Now let's see how he meets this whole new challenge.
Yeah.
For that size. So we're gonna see how that's gonna be implemented, and I look forward to our first unified heavyweight champion, Ukrainian heavyweight champion of the world.
One of the obvious differences between the two fighters is their height. Fury stands 69 while Usyk is 63. Klitschko thinks Allender Usyk has an advantage over Tyson Fury, having won their first bout earlier this year by split decision, and adding to this advantage are his boxing skills and athleticism that have made him unbeatable through the cruiserweight and heavyweight divisions.
Well, knowing that's one thing, obviously I do know both men inside of the ring, and
Klitschko also gave the advantage to Fury, who beat him in 2015 by unanimous decision, which marked his first loss in over a decade. "Size does matter," said Klitschko. "The physical advantage goes to Fury. It's tough to fight a much taller man." Klitschko finished his iconic career with 64 victories and only 5 losses, and he knows personally that both of these fighters.
Show me your belt. Thank you, champ.
And a couple last words for your fans worldwide. Vlad, a couple last words for your fans
My
worldwide.
fans, I love you guys. Thank you for your support.
However, Usyk proved himself again and came out on top to become the first undisputed world heavyweight champion in 25 years. Usyk's victory clearly meant a lot to Klitschko, partly as an act of vengeance on Fury, but most importantly for the impact it will have on war-torn Ukraine. In his previous fight against Francis, he didn't look good, but that doesn't mean you can underestimate him. It might be a straightforward fight for Usyk. It might be super complicated. The only sure thing is that you cannot underestimate Fury.
You know, this is a dream come true. Me and my Uncle Peter here, we've worked so hard for this. You know, it's been 6 months and I put everything in the gym for this. And
Interestingly, Tyson Fury had earlier fired shots at Wladimir Klitschko as a result of him being on his countryman's side. Shortly before their undisputed clash in May, Tyson Fury called out his former rival Wladimir Klitschko for telling Alexander Usyk where to attack him as he prepares for their showdown on Saturday night.
Expecting actually what is going to happen Saturday night tomorrow. There is certainly advantage on Tyson Fury's side with reach and size.
Klitschko, who was beaten by Fury after a unanimous decision in November 2015, has advised Usyk to target his wounded eye, which could potentially open up again if struck by a heavy blow. However, the 35-year-old insists it would be fantastic if that happened and challenges the referee to allow him to continue fighting in the event he suffers a cut. The cut is what it is. If it opens up in the fight, fantastic. It's not like I've not been cut before, is it? Fury said, speaking to Sky Sports, addressing Klitschko's words, "I heard Klitschko say a way to beat me is to target the cut. That's not going to beat me."
Klitschko giving advice to Usyk on how to beat me. It's like me being a broadcast bitch and trying to advise a billionaire how to invest his money. It ain't gonna work.
What are you going to do? Because some blood is coming out, a bit of blood on me, some blood running down my face, that isn't going to stop me. I just hope the judge lets me get a cut eye. If it happens, you need an army to stop me, never mind a cut eye. The bout was originally supposed to take place in December, only to be delayed by Fury, who requested a longer period of recovery from his fight in October with the former Ultimate Fighting Championship heavyweight champion, who faced Tyson Fury in a crossover match. It was then pushed back to February, only for Fury to take a blow to the eye, forcing another delay to the schedule.
On Saturday night.
If Alexander wins, with everything that's happening in Ukraine right now for the past few years, what would it mean to the Ukrainian people to see somebody like him become undisputed? Would that give them hope? I know it doesn't change everything, but
at the third try, it appeared that everything was in place for two of boxing's titans to finally face each other at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Fury went into the fight perfect from 35 bouts, which includes 34 wins. 24 KOs and a draw. Usyk, meanwhile, had less experience but a perfect record of 21 straight wins in his professional career.
Guys, get up! We got a new fight date. Very, very quickly, I suppose that was. Upsetting to a lot of people, but refreshing to a lot of good people.
However, Usyk proved himself again and came out on top to become the first undisputed world heavyweight champion in 25 years. Usyk's victory clearly meant a lot to Klitschko, partly as an act of vengeance on Fury, but most importantly for the impact it will have on war-torn Ukraine.
Don't think about boxing now, please. Don't worry. I don't know why, because I believe. But
a released video on the Top Ranked YouTube channel in the immediate wake of the undisputed fight shows the moment Klitschko and Usyk came together in the ring. "I'm proud of you," said Klitschko. "I thank you for this victory. It's a historic victory for you, and what's more important, it's a historic victory for us Ukrainians." Usyk, overcome with emotion, replied, "Thank you. You inspire me. You've always inspired."
Our country is getting bombarded day and night for over 2 years by Putin's Russia. This win and this victory is important for us, that our nation cannot be erased.
During his post-fight interview, the 37-year-old, who briefly served in the Ukrainian territorial defense during the Russian invasion in 2022, dedicated his victory to the people of his country, his God, his supporters, the Ukrainian soldiers, and Ukrainian mothers and fathers' children. He said, meanwhile, when the mic was passed to Fury, he outlandishly claimed that the judges had sided with Usyk because he's from Ukraine. A released video on the Top Ranked YouTube channel in the immediate wake of the undisputed fight shows the moment Klitschko and Usyk came together in the ring. "I'm proud of you," said Klitschko. "I thank you for this victory. It's a historic victory for you, and what's more important, it's a historic victory for us Ukrainians." Usyk, overcome with emotion, replied, "Thank you. You inspire me. You've always inspired."
That our victories are going to continue on the battlefield as well as in the boxing ring, as Alexander showed it and made this historical win. It is extremely important what happened here in.
During his post-fight interview, the 37-year-old, who briefly served in the Ukrainian territorial defense during the Russian invasion in 2022, dedicated his victory to the people of his country, his God.
That I win. I could do work. Don't worry. I don't think about it.
His supporters, the Ukrainian soldiers, and Ukrainian mothers and fathers' children. He said, meanwhile, when the mic was passed to Fury, he outlandishly claimed that the judges had sided with Usyk because he's from Ukraine.